Good morning, YouTube. It's Tony Pizza, www.pxpsecurity.com. And this video is going to be September 30th, episode 4, The Elephant in the Room, Cern. As I stated in previous videos, situational awareness. Cern has reached a level that has now hit a number point. When we usually reach somewhere between 60 to 70 percentile, we make it a possibility. And this one's made 62 percentile. So I'm going to mention it, plus it's very timely at this point in time. We're going to start off with our old friend, Nostradamus. And the purpose for this is everybody's heard of Nostradamus, Edgar Casey, Mother Sharpton. There's a very short list of seers and prophetic people, St. Peter. The reason they're remembered is because they're right a good portion of the time. That's when we take that into account. Prophet Billy, I don't listen to. I've never heard of Prophet Billy. And if Prophet Billy popped up and was getting 70 to 90 percentile correct, I'd start listening to Prophet Billy. Right now, he's shooting 0, so he's not even on my radar. If there's a Prophet Billy out there, I apologize. Anyway, Nostradamus. Leave Geneva, every last one of you. Saturn from gold to iron will be changed. The opposing ray paws will exterminate all. Before it has started, the sky will show signs. Okay? That's the prophecy. Now, I'm going to go to another piece, but Cern. We know from their own records, and gentlemen that probably most are familiar with, Mr. Anthony Patch, he's an amateur physicist, that CERN is 100,000 times more powerful than the magnetic field of the planet. That's a lot of power. A lot of power. Dr. Stephen Hawking, you may have heard of this gentleman. His recommendation is don't play with it. We're not as bright as Dr. Hawking. He seems to have got it right. We're really not going to get anything out of this machine that's going to be so pertinent as to possibly destroy ourselves with it. So let's just let it go and we'll leave it to theory. It's not working for them. We have to crank this thing up. Well, they've been running it on and off, and there's been reports of all different kinds of things, but I'm not going to get into that. What I'm going to get in is Anthony Patch. I recommend you listen to, he's been back on the radio and the shows. He's actually experienced things that these type of particle colliders do, and that's primarily antimatter. He's talking about the antimatter when it's brought into this dimensional area. It brings bad things with it, bad feelings, bad energy, anti-energy, okay? However, it makes a great bomb, and everybody wants it. Now, the problem with antimatter, as he explains it, if I want to make an atomic bomb, I have to have the uranium, I have to have an initiator explosive, I have to have a timing device, I have to build this huge device, okay, to make an atom bomb. Antimatter is an explosive, 1,000 times more powerful, gram per gram, than radioactive material, uranium, plutonium, but it detonates unless you control the detonation. So if you don't have it in a magnetic bottle, that magnetic bottle fails, boom, okay? It's a horrible weapon. It's like you turn the switch off to make it go bang instead of turning the switch on to make it go bang. This is where the problem comes up. October 16th through November 15th. They use hydrogen atoms in these collisions. And It's a very light particle. Hydrogen atom is one of the hydrogen helium atoms are one of the lightest atoms there that exist. They're going to lead. He estimates this is going to increase the power 100 times. So now we have 100 times 100,000. We're getting to some big crunch numbers there. Now, anyone that's familiar with CERN knows that this thing covers the Geneva, Switzerland border. Refer back to prophecy. The term ray pause fits this thing like a glove. The second part, from gold to iron. Lead and gold are not really that far apart. It's a couple of electrons. Or I'm sorry, a couple of protons. Iron, on the other hand, is something that's majorly different. I'm going to read this from you. I'm going to include the link from About Education, the chemistry section. For those of you who are thinking maybe they're trying to turn lead into gold, that's already been done. I'll read that to you. Report in 1972, a Soviet physicist at a nuclear research facility in Lake Baikal in Siberia accidentally discovered a reaction for turning lead into gold when they found that the lead shielding of an experimental reactor had changed to gold. They have the process. Today's particle accelerators routinely transmute elements. Today's what? Particle accelerators routinely transmute elements. A charged particle is accelerating using electrical or magnetic fields. The linear accelerator, the charged particle drifts through a series of charged tubes separated by gaps. Every time the particle emerges between gaps, it accelerates. In a circular accelerator, such as CERN, magnetic field acceleration particles are moving in a circular path. In either case, the accelerated particle impacts a target material, potentially knocking free protons or neutrons. So, gold, lead to iron. Well, what's required for iron? Well, let's read on. Nuclear reactors also may be used for creating elements, although the conditions are less controlled. In nature, new elements are created by adding protons and neutrons to hydrogen atoms within a nuclear reactor of a star, producing increasingly heavier elements up to iron, an atomic number of 26. This process is called nucleosynthesis. Elements heavier than iron are formed in a stellar explosion of supernovas. That's a lot of power required. In the supernova, gold may be made into lead, but not the other way around. I'll attach this link to the video so you can read the entire article. Between the 16th and the 15th, they are going from an unbelievably light element to one of the heaviest elements we have, lead. Okay. Anthony Patch and Dr. Hawkins both say this is not a good thing. That kicks it way, way, way up on my situational awareness radar. I would not be living in Geneva. I'd take a vacation for a period of time. Now, I believe November, December, somewhere in there, there's a chart on Anthony Patch's website. They're shutting down after this. Something may happen, nothing may happen. But this changeover is the first time that we know of that this is occurring. And with that particular change, Dr. Hawking, his warning, Anthony Patch's warning, and we're dealing with antimatter, I wouldn't want to be anywhere near that thing. That's my assessment of the situation. Again, today is Asteroid Day, and October 7th is supposed to be the end of time, or the end of Mantuaki, the end of the world as we know it. So, I'll keep you up to date on other items. I'm probably going to make one more video today if I have it in me. You have a good day, YouTube. This is Tony Pizza, www.pxpsecurity.com. Please send this to your friends. Don't leave them in the dark. I know sometimes a lot of people don't like to do that because it makes them seem foolish. You're not. I do this for a living. I understand because I send it to friends of mine, and in a way it does make you look slightly feel foolish, but I have the considerable feeling that they're going to thank you in the long run. Okay? Have a good day. Talk to you soon.